welcome to Cruising with Kayfabe. I'm Mongo.
Emily.
And we're back for part 4 of Inevitable Omega versus Okada 4. Quattro, the fourth of the series. What was the last of the series until 7 days from tomorrow, which... What do we do?
Who isn't?
So you say staying up late, but you forget that, it's an afternoon show, right?
I took the wrong day off.
Yeah, it's not an 8 o'clock start time. I believe it's a 3 o'clock start time.
Oh, I'll be home by then.
So, yeah, you don't even have to stay up late for it, which is amazing. But we didn't want to do this match without having some sort of build-up. Emily's never seen these matches, so if you're new, we're going back watching all 4 Okada versus Omega series. Right now we're on Dominion 2018. Okada, Omega, 2 out of 3 falls for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. The last time they met was in the G1. Kenny got a quick victory. Well, I say quick victory, but Kenny got the victory. Didn't count for the title. Time before that was a draw, and Okada had beat him for it. So will be his 3rd title defense against Kenny Omega. So does the cleaner have luck on his side? We're going to find out. And there's a little bit of an intro, so I'll give you some backstory as the intro goes. So
that's really pretty.
Essentially, after Wrestle Kingdom and after Dominion 2017 and the G1 victory, Kenny Omega really, 2017, 2018 was really Kenny Omega's coming out party, so to speak. And he kind of started peaking and be wrestling the best match of his career, winning the IWGP US title. He reunited with Ibushi, his golden lover, in 2018. He got a renewed confidence in 2018, which was good because the Bullet Club was kind of at a civil war at this point, because you had a certain Cody Rhodes who tried to throw the towel in Denny, and then you had the Bucks starting to kind of part their ways. But this match is going to be the birth of the Golden Elite, because this match, Kenny has his swagger. He's got his best friend with him. Him and the Bucks are feuding. Cody's trying to take his own thing. He's got his eyes on the prize. He knows he can take Okada this time. It's 2 out of 3 falls. There's no time to be a winner. Is Okada going to have his record 13th title defense? Or is Omega going to finally come out on top and finally conquer that demon that's been on his back? Really finally, I guess, overcoming that mountain, to, use our little speak from last night. Absolutely love the build up to this too, because again, each match told a different story. And now we're on the 4th one, where there has to be a definitive winner. We only had 2 matches with definitive winners, but we haven't had a title match really since the Okada 720-day reign, June 2016, June 2018. Is it going to end? Ooh, he has more stamina. And again, Kenny's whole reason for the Bullet Club kind of falling apart, going to Civil War, is they think he's too focused on this. But I mean, he wants to be the best in Japan. If you're leading the Bullet Club, don't you kind of want your leader to be the top dog?
I would think so, but I don't like. I guess the leader doesn't always need to be like the top, but in this scenario, it makes sense to chase that, because it's like older. It's just haunting him.
It is. It's like his white whale. He knows all about white whales. So, little inside joke. I know. He'll watch. But I really think about what they were. When they first started, they were a group of outsiders, the Gaijins, that wanted to take power back from New Japan, that wanted to be the top dogs. Kenny is and I'm not from Japan, but I want to be the best in Japan. And this title has been in his elusive grasp forever. And Okada's like, but I'm the best. I'm the Rainmaker for a reason. I'm the top dog. I love the little video package too, the glitz and the glamour. And You know, Kenny always talks about how this match right here for him is what came full circle. This is the most beautiful match to him. Pageantry. The second one was storytelling. The third was who he'd show new people to his rivalry, and this one he said is like the complete package. So excited for Emily to see this for the first time, and I'm excited to relive it. So make sure you're following along, subscribe, hit that like button.
And what year was this?
This is 2018, so 7 years ago last month.
I really like the staging.
Cool visuals here. I forgot about this entrance. So we were actually together when this match happened. Morning, and you were like, "We'll watch it later." And it's just 7 years later. It's okay.
We'll watch it later.
I mean, in defense, you've always been the morning shift person, and I've always kind of been like second shift person, so it's always kind of balanced out in a good way.
You're like,
well, my sleep schedule, I feel like I make myself second shift. I'm a night owl.
yes.
The anguish and the pain. I love the cinematic, like, there's the feather. I think he should get with Darby to produce something.
That would be really cool, actually. I just saw from behind.
You're fine. That's why.
Other people don't know what I'm seeing. It was from behind.
And it was like a side profile too. It wasn't even like
couldn't even see his hair.
Yeah, but this is when they reunited. You know, again, they hadn't been together in a while. What just happened last night on Dynamite 300? They reunited again.
I think that we're gonna need to cover the Golden Lovers at some point because I know nothing.
Maybe it'll be a good episode idea. Let us know in the comments what you think. If we should do a Golden Lovers episode with the Golden Star and the Cleaner, Kenny Omega. See, he's saying, what does it cost? And it shows Bullet Club kind of dissolving. That's something I remember.
This was shortly after Endgame came out.
Yes, that there was a lot of Marvel-esqueness of the logo.
Yeah.
Like the snap. Hence, I'm glad you caught that. I can finally reveal. Why do you think I called this series inevitable? Well, yeah, I'm Iron Man. Thanos is inevitable. Hence, the reason for this is inevitable.
We don't even get to show off our gauntlets.
And and for the fifth match of 5-part series. So yeah, just like Marvel. Well, I put some Easter eggs in there. There you go. Now you know if you're watching with us. But I really liked, Ibushi kind of questioning him, like, what did this title shot cost you? Everything. But he's willing to give up everything to get this title.
He's completely transformed. His hair is completely different. His build is completely different. His confidence.
This will be the Kenny Omega you know.
Everything about this is different.
This is
than
more
before.
This is closer to what he is now. This is more like that next level cleaner. I'm glad you caught that because that was a big story arc for him in 2018. Was him reuniting with Ibushi, even though he had the Civil War, him rediscovering who the fuck he was. He knows he can beat Okada. He knows he can win. He just needed the chance, and now he's got the chance with his best friend in his corner. Two hours and 11 minutes of total match time is wild. Now remember, this is a 720-day title reign right now. So he has been headlining multiple Wrestle Kingdoms, being the top guy. So think of Roman Reigns doing all the WrestleManias, defending the title. That's Okada defending this title. It's that kind of title reign. It's a legendary title reign.
Sorry, technical difficulties over here.
So what he's saying is he had 12 title defenses in this run, But before that, he had 13. So 25 total defenses in all his runs as champion. So 720 days, 12 title defenses going at someone who knows everything about him and showed he's not invincible. And I love the ornateness of his gear here, like really showing off like he was his hair, his swagger. You want to talk about swagger? Look at his jewelry.
Is that
What are you calling it?
ugly?
That's not nice. It's ornate. You can go with ornate.
Gaudy?
Godly. Yeah, there we go. I know you said godly. I'm not accepting that one. I love it. Still some of the best matches out there. And then
I'd rather see Logan's Paul Pokemon card than that necklace.
so there's the door. Wow.
Flava Flav? Like,
Listen, we're not comparing apples to clocks. I was just saying it's cool looking because it goes with his aesthetic, and apparently you think it's like not so flavor, but now it's like blandy bland instead of flavor flav.
yeah, like when she tried to wrestle.
Not bland, bland.
Oh.
That's hilarious.
Strange. I mean, I'm going to call this obviously, but this is an emotional night for Kenny, for his family, for his friends.
Look how ripped Omega is.
Right? One man's walking out of here without any doubt about who the greatest wrestler in the world is.
And this really did elevate them to the next stratosphere in wrestling. But I mean, the crowd has been behind Kenny this entire series. They were behind him in New Japan. He was the guy they wanted to. And it's not that they didn't like Okada, but who's this? So now that confirms me, Red Shoes has refed all 4 of his matches. Do you think he makes a surprise cameo at All In?
That would be actually really cool.
I'd love to see if they could get Red Shoes in for All In.
Even if not the match, just something on the outside, even just
Like being in the
watching.
crowd.
Spirit at the least, like on the outside.
So a reason why I also pointed out Red Shoes, Kenny Omega just gave him a shout out a couple days ago. They said it's Wednesday in Japan, and on this day, we're watching this. It was an Ishii match. Sorry, not this match. And it said, Kenny says, the speed, the agility, the never say die attitude. Yeah, Red Shoes is really special, isn't he? So I asked him on Twitter. If Red Shoes was picked by him, if he chose him for all his matches, because he's been in all of them. Hey Patrick, how you doing today? Yeah, so kind of little subtle nuances I noticed. Also, I noticed Okada's gear here. He's wearing pants. He wore trunks for the first 3. He's wearing full on pants now, like almost like Hangman and like the Elite's pants.
Yeah. I guess if you're new to the podcast, you don't know how much I admire gear. And seeing Okada in pants is actually exciting because, again, like, we haven't seen that yet. And I enjoy when I see cosplay. I enjoy all of that. That's why Mongo and I are poking fun at each other with the gear entrance.
Yes.
On Okada.
But
Pat? These pants are fantastic. I love the little tassels on the side.
Very cowboy-ish esque.
Yes, they
Okada,
really are.
bitch. Okada bitch. No, it doesn't work as much cowboy shit. But Patrick, what you miss is the bell rang and match 4 is underway on Dominion 2018.
It's been a lot of mat holds.
Yeah, they're getting kind of a feel for each other. Hey Jesse, how are you? Congratulations again. We'll get some stuff shipped out to you this week. For those who don't know, Jesse won a prize last night in our 300th well, celebrating our 300th YouTube subscriber and celebrating Dynamite 300. So, but now we're watching Kenny Omega Okada 4 Dominion 2018. If you're new, we're watching all 4 of these matches, which tonight we complete, leading to next week live, July 12th, to be determined because I don't know when the match goes on. We'll be watching Kenny Omega Okada 5 with you guys. So let's watch it along. Let's react together. And I think it'll be a fun experience for us.
We haven't done that yet for like a big pay-per-view.
We haven't done it at all, really.
And All In for us is the biggest pay-per-view of the year. For us.
Absolutely. Absolutely appreciate you tuning in, always being supportive. You know, we just do this because we're fans. That's why I wanted to show Emily these matches. I want to show her more wrestling. I mean, she has been very open. Her story is she started watching in 2014, so it's been over 10 years now she's been watching. But, you know, like a lot of us, she was in the WWE bubble for a while, so it's nice that we get to expand her horizons and show her the different parts of the buffet instead of just that one section of the buffet of wrestling.
Not ashamed to admit, I started watching thanks to Total Divas, and I think that finding more wrestling and finding more reasons to watch has been great. I wish I could get more like Ms. and Maurice, Mr. and Mrs. I wish we could get some more reality TV out of wrestling, but also I really enjoy wrestling at the end of the day.
And to answer your question, Patrick, wrestlers do sometimes indicate. Matt Cardona had a good episode on his podcast about gear. They always will do a pay-per-view gear. Sometimes, if they want to bleed, they'll wear white gear. Like you said, Ric Flair would wear red trunks when he was losing. That was always that superstition. Davey Boy Smith famously wore jeans just because he just was sick of gear. So I think they do try to put stuff into their gear, story into their gear. And I think now, especially modern day wrestlers, it's not just cosplaying, but sometimes it's kind of like an homage. Will Ospreay, my favorite, he always does a Hayabusa homage. Usually every Forbidden Door, he's done some sort of Hayabusa mask. Even in New Japan, he's done it. He's always getting the permission of the family. So they can definitely tell a lot of stories with their gear, and I really like it. Great question. Cockiness of just like... You notice too, I want to point out, they're not going at 100 miles an hour in the beginning. It's almost like they learned.
The last match was so
Fast and
heavy.
Furious.
Yeah, so heavy. I think that they needed to start light.
That was beautiful.
Starting to quicken the pace.
I know, we say it and it happens.
I don't think it's going to exactly quicken. I think that this is just a quick little...
Like microburst of energy.
Yeah, this isn't the hot tag feel yet.
Yeah, already go for that. Oh, I love that. That was such a smooth drop down.
One wing angel already, not gonna happen, Kenny.
Yeah, Okada doesn't. Oh, dumped to the outside.
And we do have double barricades again. Just for reference. Like the third match.
That was when you cringed the most.
So the second match, they had the PVC pipe barricade and the regular like metal blue barricade.
Because maybe because it's the same arena. That's the only thing I can think of.
Maybe as they spilled out of the ring.
Bushi seems really concerned.
So do the 25 cameramen.
I was just gonna say it's like Papa. Paparazzi. That's what ADHD is. It's fun. That is true. When champions came out first, you knew they were going to lose. That is another good trope I remember. I actually went to a house show where Randy Orton was Intercontinental Champion, and then we were shocked because it's a house show and he loses the belt. Then he had a rematch later because he pulled a heel tactic, got a rematch, and he came out first again and won. So it was comical. He came out twice one night and lost and won the title, but obviously it's a house show, so it didn't count. But it's always a fun trope. I don't think AEW does, but I think it because MJF's come out first and won. So I wonder if they'll save it. We'll have to check it out. See how Tony Storm comes out.
Oh no, they're clearing out behind the PVC barricade.
Oh, caught him with a knee. He's not letting that happen
caught
again.
the guardrail on his way over it though.
He caught both the guardrail and the knee.
And Kenny's just like, fuck you. I think Okada's hurting more than Kenny.
Watch his shins.
Ow!
He cleared the barricade, but his shin clipped it. Then he got hit in the stomach. So yeah.
And he landed.
Omega throwing up that knee.
Oh, that was me. I was like, he's throwing up. It took me a second. That little pause.
What is he doing?
I think he's playing ladder golf. That looks like those little ladder golf PVCs. You know what I'm talking about?
He's setting up the PVC barricade onto chairs.
Almost like laying
And
like
they're
a slip.
Ouch!
Oh.
These are not folding chairs. These are like when you go to the VFW style chairs.
Yeah, it's like when you went to those old rundown movie theaters with those red chairs. Or like your high school auditorium when there's like not even an inch of padding, it's like felt over wood.
Listen, some of our favorite indie wrestling events have chairs like that still.
Yeah, that's true. Up at Limitless here, up in Maine, they have some chairs. If you guys are anywhere near Portland, Maine, worth it. Support your local indies wherever you are. We have DPW here in Raleigh, so we're happy about that. We get to go see DPW hopefully next weekend.
Tag Team Festival directly after All In next week. Well, not like the next day. The next day.
Well, also because Jake Something and Beast Mordos are teaming up, so I kind of want to see that. Yeah,
Patrick, this is
he
a
smashed
rough.
his shin. It's just, I wouldn't. Yeah, I'm good. Stiff shots to the back, but that's what's great about these matches is they're not afraid to go 100 miles an hour like to the next level. But it's again some callbacks to that first match, that second match already. But they asked Kenny, "Are you gonna do what it takes to win?" And he is. And Okada's saying, "Bring it on, bitch." A lot more confidence in Kenny this match. You know, he doesn't seem as worried. He doesn't seem as nervous.
You know what would have been a great match? I don't care Okada versus whatever Orange Cassidy. We missed that.
Not yet. It'll still happen.
But will Okada still be this Okada? The bitch.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll happen.
Oof. If you could hear that chop, that was loud. Ready, listen.
That's right. Mid-South Wrestling. Some great day indies. They have some good wrestling in the Mid-South. I was a big reason, you know, we chose to move down because we only really had New England wrestling, which is not a bad thing, but they were very sporadic. We had Limitless, you know, every other month, but it was a drive for us, so we wanted somewhere where we can go 20, 30 minutes away to watch it. It was another, like, ooh, benefit, Carolina's wrestling state. And we got to see matches in the legendary, historic Dorton Arena.
And we have to shout out, DPW brings in a lot of the same talent as Limitless Wrestling for before. Now, if we can get Ava Everett there, I'd be happy. Versus Rachel Rose.
It's an interesting version of, like, the camel clutch. He doesn't have it fully locked in. He's only got one arm trapped, and he's got, like almost like his jaw. Like, instead of under it, like traditional, he's, like, on the side.
I think Okada has fantastic facial expressions as well.
Oh, yeah. Very expressive. Yeah, 100% agree. Welcome, everyone who's joining. If you're just joining, we're watching Kenny Omega versus Kazuchika Okada 4 from Wrestle Dominion 2018. The fourth in their legendary feud. Used to be the last, but now the fifth's coming next Saturday. Make sure you like, follow along, subscribe, because next weekend we're going to be live watching the fifth match of All In. So, y'all in with us while we watch All In. Yeah, I'm going to be cheesy. It's our show. I'm going to be cheesy. Now he's got it. Now he had the full camel clutch logged in. And I just want to point out, being someone who used to may or may not have backyard wrestled, don't try this at home, but I did. I was put in the camel clutch by someone, and you don't have to put a lot of torque on that to make it hurt. So, when I see it and I see people almost being pulled and bent in half, like when you almost wonder, like, what's his receipt later on? Because that shit hurts. Because you're not just hurting like your throat and your neck; your whole back is being stretched out. Like, I'm sure if you have a sore back, and it's like chiropractic for you, but that chop took him to his knees.
Could you hear that? Like, people in
Ooh,
the
back
comments.
of the neck.
Kenny is not holding back by any means with these.
He's more aggressive this match than the other ones.
Are you ready? Shh. That wasn't even as loud.
Oof, nice flapjack. He, Kevin Kelly totally forgot the name of the move. He was like, up and down. Flapjack. I love it. I'm glad I'm not the only one who does this sometimes. It's like, it's a flapjack. Indie stuff, yeah, it's awesome. You get to see Scorpio and Nick Nemeth, Dolph, Matt Hart. Wow. ICP would be wild to see. Especially the oddity. They're a big fan.
That's all you.
I agree. It's awesome to rewatch these matches, Chucky. It's been phenomenal to go back and see the legends and see like the lore behind it and the hard hitting and Emily kind of getting the story for each match and the feel for each match. I understand, not that she didn't know, I mean, but video packages don't do it full justice. They're definitely a good supplement, though. And again, like the fact that they can do something different every time is a testament to them. Like Emily pointed out at the top of the show, they didn't start out at 100 miles an hour. They started out slow, methodical with a lot of rest locks and mat wrestling. Then they kind of got that little micro burst of energy, went to the outside, went real hard. Now they're back to the mat again. So like their pacing is a lot different in this match.
But they've gotten a lot heavier. I will say that
100%.
Yeah, like their back and forth is a lot worse than it was in the beginning.
Who do we expect to win? Oh, I expect Okada. I don't know. Like I expect Okada. I think Kenny, but I expect Okada. Just because I really feel like they want to make that next championship be something big. There, rumors are they want to kind of make it like right below the world heavyweight title. So with Ospreay and Swerve potentially not challenging for a year, that's a good title they could go after. And either Kenny Omega or Okada in a feud with one of them. Okada and Ospreay running it back? Yes, please. Okada and Swerve? Yes, please. Like, potentials are limitless. Cheap pop.
I could see Kenny taking this and running back some feuds, but then I feel like that just seems too easy. Like, why are we just like gonna give this to Kenny? I don't know. I can't tell who I really want to have this. I don't know. The title will look good on either.
I mean, they both good with golds. So I guess you could say when they had the Golden Elite, they had gold members.
And, no.
I agree with Jesse. I think one heel's gonna win. I think it's Okada. I think that's gonna be the heel.
I mean, faces don't always look great with the title. It's the opposite. They look good chasing it.
Yes, we are going to do a prediction show on Friday. So thank you for asking. So our next two lives, well, actually we might have three, but next two that we know of right now. Next Friday, we're going to be doing our prediction show for Y'all In. And then Saturday, we're going to be doing our watch along. So we'll put some more information up on our social. But yeah, we're going to be doing a prediction show. I already have the prediction cards started. I just got to wait until all the matches are finalized. But especially with the Casino Gauntlet, if someone gets a perfect and they get the ET's gift card.
Yeah.
If someone gets 100% in our predictions to celebrate All In, Pro Wrestling Tees gift card on us so you can buy a shirt.
If a Stadium Stampede or something was to be announced, which I think is too late now. But if something else gets announced that we can do bingo on, I'll make that up too.
Texas Deathmatch bingo.
Oh.
You could do some weapons.
I could.
So they still haven't got the first fall. It's a 2 out of 3 falls, but no one's got a fall yet.
I mean, it takes at least, we know, 30 minutes to get a pin. They went, what, 27?
Yeah. I was going to say they've gone like 40 plus, 27 plus, 60 plus.
So,
But
they
again,
do take a while.
You look so thrilled.
No, I'm saying like...
You're like, it's good.
I'm saying I don't know how long this match actually is, and I can't imagine knowing they have to get 3 pinfalls. Could it take the 2 hours?
No. It's been going on probably about 10, 15 minutes just right now. Actually, even longer than that. Just kidding. So we're at 31 minutes recording, live streaming. It was about a 5-minute intro, so probably like 25-ish minutes. They've definitely thrown a lot at each other, so there's going to be a pinfall here soon, I bet. Ooh! That overhead German was beautiful. I expect to see a lot of these callbacks at all into the where he leaps over, misses the Rainmaker, drops to a knee, and then does that bridging German. That whole sequence that they just did is beautiful. Wrist control, but he ain't getting that Rainmaker. Thank you, Don Callis. So what are your thoughts so far on this match?
I'm always left speechless with the moment.
Just kind of like...
I feel like Kenny might get the first pin, but Okada might get the next 2. Because Kenny's definitely like a harder hitter at the moment.
Like he's hitting harder, kind of.
And we knew Kenny got the quick pin last time.
That's right. And that one-winged angel is very protected, so if he hits that, you know it's over. Do I prefer matches with first pin time? It depends on how it's structured. I hate the 2 out of 3 falls when they used to do like start with a pin and then it was like just sudden death. Because then it's like, what was the point of doing 2 out of 3 falls if it's just gonna be sudden death like within a few seconds, like it's a normal wrestling match?
Didn't we watch Brian do a 2 of 3?
There's been a lot of 2 out of 3 2 out of 3 falls matches. I don't know off the top of my head. I mean, we saw a strap match. We've seen Iron Man match. We definitely seen one on Dynamite. Pac and Omega had one on Dynamite. Tombstone on the apron. Hardest part of the ring. Is he gonna say it? And to go back to your question, Patrick, I like them when it's you have a surprise pin after the match's been going on a little bit, and then suddenly someone's on the ropes. Like they now have to get 2 straight pins. So it's kind of like I like it when you're watching a football game or a baseball game, and it's like the bottom of the 9th or it's the 4th quarter, and they have to score a touchdown or have to get a run. I like that feeling because it sucks you in versus 30 seconds in the match, RVD pinned Eddie Guerrero. Now it's just a regular wrestling match. So like to me, that takes a story out. Ooh, shotgun dropkick off the apron. Screw the hardest part of the ring. He went to the hardest part of the wall.
His tailbone hip area nailed that barricade.
Jesse's right. AEW hasn't had 2. I didn't think they had 2. I know there was at least 1 or 2, but I didn't think there was a lot yet. I like them because they're rare, and they should be rare.
Kenny's like whimpering on the outside with how hard he hit.
That was like...
Took the air probably right out of his lung.
Even if you can somehow pull that drop kick, that sucks. That hurts. Paparazzi still. I love that they all just kind of... But they get some beautiful shots, so I mean, that's a trade-off. My favorite Sports Illustrated shot.
Oh, were you hurt?
My favorite Sports Illustrated shot's when he's doing that flying senton in the first match. I saved it because it's one of my all-time favorites. That one.
Crazy eyes, but yes.
When he's doing like the little flipping senton, that's one of my favorite ones. Well, I mean, he's going like ass over tea kettle over the top rope and hoping Okada catch him. I'd be crazy ass too.
And that drop kick landed the same spot it landed before he fell. So his chest is taking it.
Preview predictions, surprises. I think Britt Baker shows back up in the Battle Royal. Alex Windsor.
Don't give everything away.
I'm not. I'm just giving those. I'm just
Patrick, you're going to have to tune in again.
I'll give you one more. I think someone who is limitless returns.
You're thinking
Reviews if you Google the name wrong.
I'm
It's
still
okay
just
if you
hoping
did.
my dinosaur comes back.
Kill Switch or Luchasaurus? What do you want him to come back as? She obviously wants Luchasaurus. This a couple weeks ago on Dynamite, where he attacked his gut, he did it again. He did the drop kicks. He's elbow dropping his gut. See this how he started to go down that hill last match. This is that heel turn. He's being this match right here is a good preview, I think, of the next one, because this is kind of the dynamic both guys are. Kenny will do anything. Okada's just like, fuck you.
I don't know if the last 3 matches had this.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Look forward to it. We'll post on. Oh, there it is. Callback right as we said it.
So I don't remember the last 3 matches having the to do
The first one did.
with all the fans.
First one did. Not as loud as that, though. You got another Luchasaurus fan. Yeah, we'll post times. We usually try to go about 8 o'clock. It might be 9 Eastern. Usually Jeff and Rachel, depending on their schedules, too. We like them to join us for predictions, Smokey and Rachel. So we'll make an announcement this week. We'll get it with them, and we'll make an announcement this week for our predictions. We'll probably give a little preview of, like, here's what's coming up this week, because it's going to be a busy week for us for the first time in a while. But I love it. Busy in a good way, because it's busy doing fun stuff. This crowd is definitely the liveliest crowd of the 4.
And we haven't even had a pinfall yet, and they're this loud.
Oh, that's right. Supercard honors next week. Might be on. Oh, we'll have to. I forgot about Supercard. We'll have to. We're gonna want to watch that too. We might do predictions during it and watch it. Oh, that's gonna be hard. Friday's usually the easiest day for predictions, especially for a Saturday show. Ooh, went for the Snapdragon. We couldn't hit it.
Jesse, I saw that as well. I'm hoping he shows up with someone.
Well, Sting did say at the press conference that Texas feels like
One Winged Angel.
Oh, he reversed it. Kicked the rape. This is the sequence I was telling you about. Oh, but he changed it into the... No, he didn't. There it is. I think we're going to call back to that. So it's One Wing Angel to a deadlift German. It's so beautiful. I've been hearing Sting too, and at the press conference, he was saying he feels like All In special, and Darby, Sting, Swerve, Tony, Mercedes, Athena were all big parts of that press conference, and Tony Khan doesn't do something without purpose. So I think there was a reason Sting and Darby were at that press conference.
100%.
He's going to go for a V-trigger. Probably one of the first V-triggers. Oh! That was loud. One Wing Angel? Nope. I like that they call it a demon drop kick, because he just throws his whole weight into it.
So what's interesting is Don Callis is kind of on Kenny's side these last matches.
And now he's against him. It's like polar opposite. Yep.
And now he knows way too much about Kenny.
I like your Bryan Danielson prediction. I really do. And I definitely think we're getting Darby involved with that hangman situation. Payback. First pinfall attempt. He knows it's not going to be that easy.
Well, it wasn't the first attempt.
Well, first, like...
Holy shit, this might be it.
It'd have been. Tiger driver. Nope. Hurricane Rana. Tombstone. He already hit one on the apron. Kenny sells it so good with his hair. That's another, speaking of wrestling tropes, wrestlers who have long hairs when they take pile driver hair. I've always loved how they kind of like will dangle their hair to make it look more impactful. So obviously we don't want them really spiked on their head. Ooh, Rainmaker countered into a roll up and then Okada counters it.
Quick.
So now...
Like a sneak.
So now it's sudden death, essentially. Kenny's going to get 2. Okada is just going to get 1. Kenny's going to get 2. So Kenny's back's against the wall.
I apologize.
They're trying to say he's Don's trying to say he's cheating, but he's not.
So the strategy was to take it to Okada.
Don's devastated right now.
He did it, but he lost the first fall. Right. Now what?
I thought there was some sort of announcement about All In being on Max too. I was shocked. I was thinking that of the women's tag titles.
I don't think we got enough announcements.
We didn't get any announcements.
Someone mentioned that they saw something happening during a 6-man match.
It was Alex. It was Crypto the dog for Superman.
Oh. That's not as exciting.
It was just a good promotional tie.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, they have a rest period. That New Japan does rest periods in between falls, like boxing.
Well, you know what Mike Tyson used to say? Everyone's got a plan until they get punched.
A lot can happen in 2 minutes.
So I think that's 8 p.m. our time. Correct. Okay.
So
You like the little golden star inside the Omega Sim for Golden Lovers? I remember that shirt. I didn't have that shirt because I wasn't gonna personally rock a Golden Lovers shirt, just because my friends who didn't watch New Japan wouldn't understand it, and I'd be roasted in the group chat for days by them because they only watch one type. But that's their prerogative. I'm not gonna pick on them. I just know I'd get the wrath of what is that?
well, we have this 2-minute break. How many
It's
of
over.
you... Oh, well, whatever. How many of you have gone to put on a wrestling shirt and noticed that someone you are with, whether it's a friend or a relationship, they are somehow matching you?
I mean, especially when we've done the Jericho Cruise shirt without meaning to.
My favorite was that I got in the car to go somewhere with him, and he was like picking me up, and he had on the exact same Legion of Doom shirt. I was like, one of us is gonna have to change.
And
Like the exact same shirt.
It was the red Legion of Doom shirt. If you,
Like the salmony.
well, we both had the crate, so I mean, it happens. Until I ran out of them in my closet.
Same.
Kenny wisely though, trying to stay out there because he knows it's a longer count, trying to get some more rest. Because again, his back's against the wall. He's got to get a pinfall or submission quick to make it sudden death. Otherwise, Okada gets one more pin. It's over. And we're already about 40 plus ish minutes in.
It would be really cool to go to one of these arenas.
I agree. We don't have to change. She just didn't want to. She didn't want to rock it. But sometimes we do. Like when we did the cruise one year, we all had Cruise Club T-shirts. Someone in the cruise group made them, so we all bought them off Pro Wrestling Tees. It was cool. Like Deck 11 Club, I think it said, or Deck 10 Club.
Whatever deck we were on that week.
We've been on like every deck, so I always forget which deck we've been on. Oh, I love that Blue Surfer Sting shirt. That was one of the best ones. I didn't get that. Yeah, we got there a little later than I wanted because of traffic, because we got stuck in the Pittsburgh area. So by the time we got to merch, it was already wiped out. I can't pull it down, but we did get this Sting action figure, and then I may or may not have bought the chair since I didn't sit front row.
Yeah, I mean, you tried to buy it from someone, but they freaking purse grabbed it.
Oh, Jesse would like this one. We were walking out, and this guy had like 3 chairs, and he was struggling to carry him. And I walked up. I didn't like surprise him or anything. One, he grabbed all 3 and ran like I tried to mug him in New York City. Like that dude had jets. I've never seen someone run so fast with those chairs. I'm like, I'll take that as a no.
Like,
I had cash in my hand too. It's not like goes, hey man. I was like, hey, if you're selling any of those,
but it's okay. We were able to buy one,
it worked out good.
so fuck him.
He could have made money. Come on.
And I got an upgrade. Cena's face, and then I got to sit on Sting's.
Is iconic is the SummerSlam where John Cena is jumping into the pool and DX is grilling sausage. I went to that SummerSlam in Boston. I did the same thing. I bought it from a random person, but he was more than happy because he was flying home. He goes, "Please take this off my hands." I paid $50 for that chair.
But now I have my comfy purple chair.
The one thing I'll never get used to with
8 count to get Kenny back into the
countouts, like 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like just monochromatic versus like other refs are like 1. Like they over.
Was it even the ref doing it? Oh my god!
No, it's like a time.
Moving, and it's like a Gatorade commercial.
Right, Patrick? He could have made some serious coin on that chair. I think I had $100 cash ready to go, and I was willing to go up to 2. Like, trust me, I get it. If someone raps me, I'd be sketchy too. But I walked up, and I was like, cash in hand, like, hey, if you're the one to sell. Oh, well. I've actually sold a chair, too. I went to, which I don't regret. I went to a No Mercy. It wasn't the best. And I was like, oh, I don't really want this chair because it was just boring. It just said No Mercy on it. It wasn't like a cool version of it or anything like that. It was like gray with like a red logo on it. And I was walking out. I was like, oh, I don't want to go on the subway with this thing. And I was walking out. Some guy's like, I'll give you $100 for your chair. And I was like, it's sold. Like in my head, I was like, I was just gonna leave it at the subway. Knowing now what I know, that would have been a stupid move because you can make money off them. But I feel like I paid my karma. Forward.
How about that shirt?
We went to the second Dynamite in Boston. We took the train, and I had my shirt draped over my shoulder, and someone yoinked it, took it. I just bought it at merch stand that night. It was the little bit of the bubbly shirt. I don't even think I had it for like an hour. Someone grabbed my shoulder because he was standing behind me.
I had a child sleeping in my arms. It was not going to be me that noticed. And I lost my Joey Janela shirt. Wear it. Cam wore it that night at Dynamite, and then I never wore it.
It's all right.
His first AEW shirt was pretty sick, though.
It's all right. That was when that everyone got a random shirt design. It was always like Jacksonville colors, so everyone got the teal.
Yeah, my Chris Statlander one was teal. Her first shirt.
Oof. The hardest part of the ring. It's 2. Wait, hold on. Nope.
We stole.
Every time I see that black and white logo, I always think bad news because anytime New Japan puts out bad news, it's always the black and white lion logo. It's never the orange and yellow one.
Kenny just put the legs down just to throw it on top of Okada, and now what is he gonna do? Step into it?
I think double stomp here, maybe. I'm trying to remember what happened. It didn't break. He had his full force in Okada.
Who did that hurt more?
Definitely Okada. Kenny at least landed backwards on the mat. Oh, his ass hit the leg, though. That sucked. We are in Raleigh, North Carolina area, so we are in what's called the Triangle area of North Carolina.
The table's coming off. So the table is coming apart. Meanwhile, Kenny's ready to throw Okada into it. Ow.
Ooh, almost got the cameraman, too.
They probably got one of them.
No, like the actual, like...
There's probably like 3 of them right there that we can't even see.
But this one... Right here, with the boom mic sticking out. Like, I'm afraid he's going to get that mic. Okada's labored breathing right now, and Omega's like holding his shoulder. That shoulder, which makes sense. You can't lift him up with a one wing angel if your shoulder's like out of it.
Oh, nice senton with the knees up.
And Okada's a big man to do that too. Can't wait around this much. You gotta do it. And he escaped. We used to get the crates. We just stopped. We might restart it once we get rid of some. We gotta do a little bit of a purge of our shirts so we start getting those crates again.
Somebody has like 6 totes of vacuum sealed crate shirts.
It's not just crate shirts. It's like shirts. Yes. I wear the crate shirts mostly.
Somebody.
I was happy to find a wrestling shirt that's not black and green.
But if you don't do the crates and you do like wrestling shirts and you like having the merch, I want to say like I am a very frugal person and I think that getting the crates is so well worth your money. What do we pay shirts every month?
Or you buy
it's a hell of a deal.
Or you buy an action figure and you add a shirt in that they have a pop-up for $10 and suddenly shipping is $7 more. But anyway, I digress. Check out what's going on here in a sec.
Yeah. If you do get the whole package, you could probably sell the extras and keep the shirts and make your money back.
Depends on what. There was one crate I'm glad we didn't get. I think it was like one of the first big ones they did. Not AEW crate.
That was a hard hit to the face.
They had 3D comic and glasses, and everything else was like yesteryear stuff. Like I think it was a pocket knife, and like I don't want a pocket knife. So sometimes the merch is kind of a mess. Definitely, Jesse's on our side with that. It's definitely a good value. Oh, superplex. Oh, he's going to eat. Oh, avalanche shin-breaking suplex. F that.
When we first started dating, I think I only had a Roman Reigns shirt.
You did. She had a Big Dog shirt. It was the Roman Empire one.
And then I had my Kofi Mania.
We went to Mania.
I need to find that, actually. Kofi Mania. And as far as WWE goes, that might be it.
What's going on? Whoop, whoop. Watching some Kenny Omega versus Okada 4, Dominion. It's crazy. They're about 50 minutes in, only one fall through this match. What's next week going to bring if these four matches are bringing?
Are they the main event?
No.
No, Texas Death Match.
Either that or Tony. women's
two
match.
champions, it would make sense. The two champions to be the main event.
If you have the Texas Death Match would follow this, because you need something that's, you can't have a regular wrestling match follow something like this. It's like following Ospreay. It's kind of mean when people have to follow Ospreay.
Yeah.
That's AEW's got a good problem to have, that they have such a stacked roster that every match is a follow that match.
Kenny's leaning up against the
He
ropes.
looks like he's sleeping. I don't know if that'll work for Kenny. Get him a Street Fighter game quick. Okada's like pointing to that table that got stomped into his chest. He's selling his abdomen. I feel like this is kind of a sign of things to come here.
If the abdomen is something Okada's going to be working next week, it's going to be a lot different than now. Because Kenny does have the now long-standing injury, long-standing recovery. I mean, we could see Kenny lose and be gone for quite a while.
And that's pretty cool that Juggalo Championship Wrestling and GCW had a mixed match together. That's awesome. I didn't know they were still running, so that's good to know. Oh, we're on the apron again. That would, if they open all in, oh my god, that would be amazing. We'll have to scramble to go online, but that would be amazing.
Well, it's hard.
I think it depends on the type. So like FTR Briscoes, I think it's the best tag team trilogy matches. I don't think anything's going to top those tag team matches in the series.
Cheap plug, we do have a whole podcast about that as well.
Absolutely. I think Ric Flair Steamboat, that's an iconic series. Even myself, who wasn't alive during the time, but I got to watch it with my uncle and grandfather. I got to see some of the matches, and I was always looking at this Dragon Steamboat. I'm a huge dragon guy. I got dragons all over my arm. So, like, as a child, seeing some dude who looks like a dragon signed me the fuck up. That was always classic. You have Cesaro and Sheamus had a great best of 7 series in WWE. So I think it really depends on the people, the story, and how they tell the story throughout. Because you can have a bunch of matches, but to me, what makes a good series or a good feud, like something like this, each match is different. Each match has a story. And you have like a beginning, a middle, and an end. Like this was the natural ending, but now it's kind of like how Hollywood's like, we have an idea for a sequel. If it makes sense, it'll just add to it. But the hard part is you can also hurt it if you don't do it well. And that was a long-winded answer. Good to know. Did not know. Have to check that out. Thanks for the heads up. Used to love watching it again. Watching the oddities in WWF and watching them at WCW was always fun. Trying to get Rainmaker up here. Trying to get him.
We're at 7. Oh, they count quick.
Yeah, they go to 20. That's what I say. See, I mean, how like the ring announcer's like mono. He's like 12. And I'm not trying to make fun of it. It's just like, it's funny how like you think of like the U.S. refs and they're like 1, 2. Like they put a lot of inflection, so it's kind of neat to see a different style. But that's quick. That's a quick 20 count though. I'll have to check out some. Can't make promises yet, but that'd be cool. Definitely a cool idea. Check it out. I'll check out some content of it. I haven't seen it in a while, so I want to see what it. See, look, another wrestling Patrick. There you go. Look, connecting. That's a big part of why we love doing this. We get to, show more wrestling to more fans, because you know what? There's so much wrestling. Emily's seen highlights, but this is the first time she's seeing it. Like, I remember staying up and watching this, and I think I went to bed and she was going to work, and she was like, "How's the match?" Nah.
I actually do remember. That was like very early on to living together, I believe.
You made well. It was because it was 2 months after I went to Mania, and you were like, "Didn't you just watch his match?" I'm like, "Yes, I watched his match against Cody in Ring of Honor, but I want to see his match in New Japan." You're like, "Oh, okay." But then when they announced AEW, and I told you Kenny Omega was a part of it, you're like, "Isn't that the guy that you stayed up late watching?" And I was like, "It certainly is." So it's nice to introduce you now to show you like why I was always a fan of it. Not that you didn't see it in AEW, but like going back and seeing like his greatest hits. It's like when you like an actor and you discover an actor and you realize there's a whole shitload of movies that didn't go back and you watch them. Like, damn, those movies were good.
You don't want me to go there. I can't believe I just introduced you to one of Dan Cook's movies last week.
It happens. I can't take credit. But if we helped, I'm glad we could. I agree. AEW definitely opened my eyes a lot more. I mean, I watched New Japan in 2016. Openly admitted all the time. That's when I started New Japan. I didn't watch any CMLL until AEW. I didn't watch any AAA until AEW. I mean, I heard of them. PWG I hadn't really watched until AEW, and we've gone back and watched Dragon Gate.
I didn't know of Independence until AEW. I
Chris
didn't
Van
know. Yeah, Chris Van Vliet really introduced me to so much wrestling.
Oh,
And I've been able to, thanks to AEW, showing different styles, showing different viewpoints, and didn't really get to do that before just because I didn't care enough. Like
he almost got that siding fall.
with AEW, it almost feels like you're watching not friends, but people you actually know their story and you can actually care about. You know, like their whole storyline. Like Britt Baker doing wrestling training with her dentistry training, like teachings and everything, and
Oh, it's still kicked out.
it makes Chris Statlander. Limitless was my first independent show, and that's where I got to meet Chris Statlander.
Going for another V trigger. Listen to the crowd going for Kenny right now. Oh, V trigger. Yeah, no. Oh, wasn't good. One wing angel? Did he get it?
I just really didn't know it even existed.
First fall goes Kenny. Sudden death. Fortunately, during the old Vince McMahon era, history was so. It was always shocking whenever you heard like, "Oh, this person was once a champion in Japan." And I was like, "Well, they at least acknowledge like, oh,
Shinsuke.
there's Tawatonga, they were the Gorillas of Destiny. At least they acknowledge the history now because ignoring the history is always such a slap in the face to the wrestler."
So Kenny like completely folds Okada into this pinfall.
So yeah, 2 minute rest period, but sudden death. So now it's like a whole new. After this 2 minutes, it's like a whole new match. It's a good pacing. New Japan does a lot that American wrestling doesn't do that I wish American would adapt. Will Ospreay made a good point. The way they film it, until he said it, I didn't really catch on. The continuous shots for longer. I enjoy that because I'm sure you guys in the comments can agree. When a certain guy named Kevin Dunn would be like camera one, camera two, camera one, camera two, camera one, camera two. Here, it's like a continuous shot for it, or the walk with the whole entrance. It's a whole different aesthetic, and I enjoy that. Like the visual like pageantry of it. It makes it look more like a big fight. Like NXT Black and Gold when they had the spotlight on the championship matches, made it like a big fight feel. It's the little things.
And they do have like 20 cameras.
And
They're all numbered, so you know who to go to. It's kind of cool.
And like you see how they're doing it like boxing, where you have Ibushi goes into the corner, you know, they're checking on him, wiping him down, sitting on the stool, kind of. New Japan wants to present itself as sports based. Like they do have stories, but it's about the fight. Like everything's a fight. So like, oh, you know, which competitor's gonna come out? Who's gonna come out? Who's the strongest? So they do these little things to make you immerse, so it's more of a fight. Another V trigger. Kenny right out of the gate just attacks him.
Kenny knows this is how he gets that pin. Another attempt at a one-winged angel.
Hey, thanks so much. Tentatively, we might do one Saturday, depending on our schedules. We might do a post-collision show to talk about episode 100 Collision. If we don't end up making that show, it'll be for sure next Friday for our predictions and next Saturday for our pay-per-view watch-along. Join Patrick. But definitely go take care of the furry kiddos and stay tuned to the page, and we'll post updates of our schedule this week.
Happy 4th.
Yeah, have a safe 4th. Thanks for tuning in. And now it's sudden death, and they've gone over an hour. So they've already...
Are they chanting Kenny?
I don't know. I believe it's for Kenny. I think it's Omega. It's hard to tell. Because I didn't crank it up like I usually do. Because I'm old. That is really cool. JCW, GCW collaborating. That's pretty cool. It's always good when wrestling works together. It's better for the fans.
But did you have the voice of GCW? Veda.
I was like, Emil? I think she's more the voice of New Japan now. She does a lot of New Japan strong shows.
Out of
Cali, usually California, they do Chicago. Not want that tombstone. He's just going dead weight. Okada chance. Oh, he just deadlifted Okada.
Trying to reverse it. He can't get Okada up either, so they're just trying to pick each other up.
Book this whole match. Everyone who's watching along, join us. We're probably nearing the end here of Okada versus Omega 4s. This is from 2018, and next Saturday, we'll be watching the 5th match live with you all, so tune in, react with us. Emily's first time, she's almost finished these four matches for the first time. She can no longer say, I've never seen them after tonight.
That camera guy needs to stop picking his nose. Sorry.
You can pick your
friends.
friends.
That was distracting. He just kept going back.
You can pick your friends, you can pick your nose, but don't pick your camera guy.
That was distracting. So sorry.
Oof. Uppercut. Oh, he blocked the dropkick just because he collapsed. But I mean, think about this for a second. Their time limit draw was 60 minutes. They went 40 plus the first one, only 30. So this is now their longest match. You know, it's over an hour into this match right now.
Each of them have a pinfall.
They've destroyed each other every way possible. I mean, they've hit everything in their arsenal. Kenny's trying to get that second win. And that's the dangerous thing about Okada. Okada is known for his fighting spirit. So, like, when you called it the microburst earlier, when he gets those bursts of energy, that's when Okada's the most dangerous from their past 3 bouts. So he's trying to keep him on the ground. He's just beating the fuck out of him right now.
He's not just, like, slapping him. He's like... That does not look pleasant.
With authority.
He's got Ash.
Styles Clash. I mean, a nod to the former leader of the Bullet Club. I'm
2 count.
not gonna lie, I'm not gonna say I was a little disappointed that he re-signed an extension today. Because part of me was hopeful that maybe
He did.
that he would come, but hey, he's happy and he's getting it. I'm never gonna say I'm not selfish and don't want to see my preferred promotion. Even the crowd's giving AJ Styles some love. And this is 2 years after AJ left too. Crowd don't forget.
And once again, with that move, we've seen the momentum shift.
Kenny's going for the V trigger.
Oh! Like flew into
Okada's
that.
face said it all.
Another Woman Angel.
That was a very big face of disappointment.
Okada just he took advantage of Omega being tired. He like slid forward back into that turnbuckle.
Trying to regroup. Pull himself back together.
Kenny's trying to like hit himself in the head. Come on, Woman Angel, can he hit it? Oh, he countered into a tombstone. Countered to another tombstone. Oh!
Can Kenny hit it? Oh, spiked.
Recognize that Takeshita does that a lot. He locked the legs in for the tombstone and drove it down. There's a name for it. I don't remember the name for it, but I just call it a locked in tombstone, but it's just.
Ibushi is stunned on the apron.
Even Omega's like, wow.
He's got that white towel.
Well, he thankfully, unlike Cody, he's not trying to throw it in. It looks like he's actually just trying to like be a friend, be in his. Cool. And that's his character before anyone comes. That was his character. He was basically a politician. He was trying to get Bullet Club. He was trying to be a snake in the grass. So I'm staying kayfabe. Oh, he's gonna do Ibushi's. Missed the Phoenix Splash.
That was beautiful, except it didn't land on anyone. Again, I wonder what this match is going to bring for Kenny's core.
Oh, look. He didn't even. Oh, there he goes. That's what I think we're seeing. Like, remember when I was telling you a couple weeks ago that I think there'll be a lot of callbacks? Look how much he's attacked the core in these matches. You'll see those because it makes sense for a callback and for his current injury. Not saying his diverticulitis was real, but I'm sure he's clear now. But obviously, storyline-wise, they're going to go after his weakness.
Yeah.
But do you think Okada's going to have weakness? Maybe when he flips him off, Kenny's going to V-trigger his middle finger.
So something to remember is there's 7 years of, like, built up...
Pissed off.
Everything. 7 years of this.
Well, think about when Kenny came back at World's End. Remember, Okada just won the C2. And Kenny Omega came out and they framed it during the sign. I remember you were like so excited. Now
I get it.
You see this like, holy shit, it's going to happen again. 7 years. Then just.
I wonder how many V-triggers Okada's taken in total.
So many.
At least 10 this match.
I was going to say, I think we've had 40 plus in our whole series. 41 for good measure. Oh, he caught it. Same with drop kicks. He's taking a lot of drop kicks and rainmakers and tombstones. So it's like, but I like it because they're not spamming them every 5 seconds. They're using them when it makes sense.
No, it's like a build to that. Like you almost have to do this to get to that.
Oh, he's going for the rainmaker. He didn't get all of it though. Put it all into it, so it was kind of more of like a little oof. They're just definitely willing both. This crowd is on fire tonight. You definitely are done. But they're definitely over an hour into this match. I know I say every time with that beautiful belt. Just because of the nameplates on the side, it looks like a boxing
It's
championship.
so aesthetic.
Like, I like the looks of, yeah, I agree. Like how Japan, like I said earlier, it's sport. They have the turnbuckles like boxing. They have the ring mat like boxing. The belt, it looks like the sport. I think that's what drew me to it in 2016 was not only knowing my favorite wrestler AJ Styles was there, but it was about wrestling. It wasn't like I'm fighting you because we used to be friends. No, I'm fighting you.
Yes.
Oh look, there's where our cover came from right here. They're both just so exhausted. They have nothing behind any of their moves left.
What does Omega have? It's like Okada's body is shutting down, and so's Omega's. The human body was not meant to endure this type of punishment.
What is it with everyone driving Kenny's head down on things? Like they remember the table Osprey. Okada did that a couple of matches now. It's like they're almost just like no.
Oh, bitch
Chop for
slap.
chop.
Fuck.
This is the almost like you. No, you. Very famous New Japan spot here, where they're almost on their knees, both exhausted. They just slap each other. They're almost trying to like piss each other off to get back in the match. It's working though. Kenny's kind of starting to get like angry.
Like instead of beating their own chest.
Yeah, like bring it.
He's pulling Okada up.
Rainmaker!
Uh,
But he didn't capitalize. What was the theme of that 60-minute draw?
never capitalizing.
Just like my English teacher said, Josh, you don't capitalize. Probably different things. No? All right. Okada is just like dead to the world. When you're talking about his facial expressions, it'll be another Rainmaker. Kind of like Ibushi last night, where Ibushi was kind of
Even Red Shoes is like, hello.
because at the end of the day, in kayfabe, he wants to protect the opponent. He's like, you don't need to keep beating him. Go for the pin. Stop this. Okada doesn't want to look at that evil. He just wants to hurt him. Has no idea where he is. Okada wants to hit the Rainmaker bad.
Kenny can barely keep his eyes open. Looks like me at 10:30.
He ducked the Rainmaker. German. I remember this is probably where my burst of energy came in. Like it was about 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning when I watched this. No, it was about 4 because you went to work at 5. And yeah, I remember getting that second burst of energy, and after the match, like, how the fuck am I going to sleep? Oof. Just threw him up with everything with that German. He took him to Suplex City. Just threw him. I love the venues in Japan, like how the Tokyo Dome and Osaka, they both have that cool dome, like roof of the lights.
That lighting is everything. It's just layered.
Again, like I said last time, I like that they have the match card up there, the one we have in the background. The presentation has always been top notch, and you know they may not have billions of dollars to like put on all the extravagance, but they know how to make it look big, and I appreciate that about New Japan a lot. Like I'm so stoked for the G1, especially now that since you guys are liking these watch alongs, I have an excuse to keep this app and watch it. Oh, reverse German. So definitely stay tuned to our page for more. Make sure you follow us on Facebook, YouTube, wherever you find us. Please give us a follow. We definitely appreciate the subs and the follows. Helps us out. We enjoy talking with you guys. Thank you guys so much so far for chatting. I know it's been a long stream. Appreciate you guys all chatting tonight, talking about this match, talking with us. Makes it fun. We love this. Like, it really is. It's just, we're just a husband and wife who likes wrestling and wanted other people to talk about it because everybody else in our personal life is sick of us talking about it. That's the truth.
My poor coworkers.
My coworkers are lucky they only work with me only for meetings and I can't talk about it during meetings. That's why he wanted red shoes, because he knows he can use them as like what are we calling that? Like support.
A crutch.
The crutch is clutch. And that dropkick's got to take a lot out of Okada too, because he's like, throwing himself down too. Like, that's a lot of momentum. So even in kayfabe, like, they're really putting their bodies on the line to like just like both men want this. Like, Okada wants to continue his legendary reign. Kenny needs this title. Rainmaker ducks. Oh my God! Into the one wing angel. But he didn't capitalize.
And they were right next to the ropes. You can't really. But it looks like
Look at Okada. Look at him.
Okada has like this a big red rash going on across his chin, like he took the ropes to it. And he's had that pretty much since before the first pin.
He bruises. I know his chest is purple.
I can't imagine like the pain that you're in a match on top of that burning sensation on your face.
Okada's definitely thrown for a loop. Kenny's just trying to figure out something to keep him down. He's trying to will himself into a V-trigger. Oh, he's getting some speed for this one. Oh! That was a great close-up shot of that, too.
Bryan
Okada's crawling.
Danielson kicking his head off.
Here we go. Is he going to hit it? He hit it in the center of the ring. Kenny Omega finally wins the IWGP Championship.
So he won the harder of the two matches. He won the harder two.
Yeah. And that was why it was not like a passing of the torch moment. But that's why, like, I just want to see the celebration with two. But that's why it was a very much like a big... New Japan giving him the rub, the nod, like you heard, like the roof shook, the place shook. Like, watch the crowd as soon as he hits that. They come on. So now Omega leads the series with 2 wins and 1 tie, and he ended his 720-day reign, and Kenny Omega in 2018 won the IWGP Championship and would go on a legendary run until essentially the formation of AEW.
So if Kenny has Ibushi in his corner, who will Okada have? The Bucks?
Don Callis right now. He has a lot of tricks up his sleeve, so who knows? There could be a lot of... Look how happy the crowd is.
And the Bucks are up on the ramp.
Now remember, the Bucks and Kenny and Ibushi had tension in the match. They weren't happy with each other, but do you know how they became friends again? They basically had a war and beat the living shit out of each other in a tag team match. So the Bucks now realize that everything they went through, Kenny did what he said, so now they can focus. This is the birth of the Golden Elite. You have Ibushi, the Bucks, and Omega. Like, this is really the separation from the Bullet Club. This is really the birth of the Elite.
It almost appears like Kenny was the final boss, and Kenny was like done. Like, this is hasn't really moved. It really feels as though this is like the ending.
And it's great because now they're gonna run it back, and just everything about this, all the story. Yeah, he finally gets his prize. He finally proved he could beat Okada. He's the top dog, like 66 champions, reunites with the Bucks. Like, hey, we're sorry because they're still brothers. Like, it was such an emotional moment. Then finally,
And they're
reuniting.
IWGP Tag
Yes.
Champions.
So the Golden Elite is golden. Like, that's. And look, Ibushi's friends with him again. So like, it's just. This story was beautiful because it's like, after everything Kenny sacrificed, he's on top of the mountain. He's the best in the world. He's got that title, 14 plus years at this point, 15 years, whatever it was. He's got that title that means everything to him. He went to New Japan with the gold to win that title. He crushed it in the Super Juniors, just like Ospreay, just like Ibushi, like everyone come before him, and he finally gets to hold that title. And I just remember seeing it live and just being so mind blown and so holy shit, he did it. And that's why when you were like that morning, like, oh, what'd you think of the match? I was like, it was fucking incredible.
I can see why.
It's just, it capped off one of the greatest rivalries I had seen, and that year went fast. Like, I know this 3 weeks went fast for us to watch these matches. Well, 4 weeks. That's how it felt watching it in real time. It felt like, no, I just saw them have the G1 match. Josh, that was last August. Fuck you. Like, what? And now, again, it's set to work. And we were just talking about it. But that's what's great, because wrestling lives forever. And wrestling is beautiful. And I love that we get to do this. And I want to thank everyone for tuning in tonight. We appreciate it. Without the support, we wouldn't be able to do these shows. So thank you so much for tuning in. Even if it's for a few minutes, dropping a comment, dropping a like, subscribe. It helps us out. So we want to say thank you to everyone. We hope you have a good, safe, happy 4th of July. But it's time to say goodnight, so we must bid you adieu. So always keep the kayfabe.
And always call an Uber. Just saying.
I must bid you adieu, goodbye, and good night, bang! But again, thank you for partying with us. But it's getting late. I must bid you adieu. So from Kenny Omega and Riho, goodbye, and good night, bang! Goodbye, and good night.